Deal Museum was formed 50 years ago. It's completely volunteer run. We do it for the love of the history of Deal and to maintain general maritime history. Getting accreditation is really important for us because it makes us sort of a proper museum in a way, because we're being judged against standards which all other museums are judged against. As a small museum, it seems daunting. You think, well, can we do that? But in a way, it's been really useful because we've been going through all our procedures, how we run things, and making sure we're doing it right, because you don't know until you're measuring it against something. So obviously you can't really do accreditation on your own, and we are overseen by the South East Museum Development team, and they've been really supportive and gave us a grant and introduced us to a accreditation consultant, Sarah, who then led us through the process, explained not only what we should do but why we should do it, and made it much easier and got us through.
Museum accreditation that's administered by the Arts Council basically sets out nationally agreed standards for museums to follow. So initially, South East Museum Development approached me because they knew that Deal Museum needed some support going through the accreditation process, working through the various plans and procedures and policies. And as an accreditation mentor, your role is to advise and guide and signpost throughout all three strands of accreditation. So you've got organisational health, basically how museums are run, collections, and users and their experiences.
In terms of the collection strand of accreditation, we started to look at our collections policies. We realised we needed to define what we were collecting, so we then decided on the area and the types of artefacts and documents that we were going to collect. That then led on to the deaccessioning and disposal policies and procedures so that we could actually dispose of items appropriately. Defining the collections is important because it makes it more relevant, makes it more informative and far more enjoyable to our audiences.
In terms of the governance and management strand of the accreditation, when we started the accreditation process, we didn't have an awful lot in the way of policies of how the museum should actually be run. We didn't have proper emergency plans of what happens if fire breaks out, which items in the museum should be rescued first. Really detailed, but necessary for the proper running of the museum. And so we had to develop all of these policies. But the support that we got from SEMD through the grant and through the consultancy from Sarah made the whole process much smoother.
So another key strand of accreditation is audience development. What Deal have done here is really pushed the social media to try and reach more people and be more accessible, and lots of people would send in their photographs that will be on display here in the museum, sharing their memories to us. So I think museum accreditation is a great thing for any museum to go through because it acts as a sort of critical friend. It helps you through a process, makes you think about things that you're probably already doing anyway. It's just formalising it in a way that is recognisable by the standard. And you get to learn from each other. It's all about sharing and learning.
Going through the accreditation process has given us the confidence to take the museum forward, to develop ideas, knowing that we're doing it properly. It's really beneficial because it makes sure that we keep developing and keep improving our standards and keep up to date with all the developments that are taking place within museums and best practice.
Becoming accredited means we know that we've got everything in the right place. So now it means we can do bigger things and have dreams, really, because this is a museum. It's owned by the town, it's for the people, and the more people we can reach, the better, and accreditation is allowing us to do that much more successfully now.